One of the best things that we can do for ourselves as Christian singles is to learn how to love ourselves so that in turn we can love somebody else and teach them how to love us. Because I do love me some me. You see the hearts I have going around my face? Yeah, because I love me. So that's actually what we're going to talk about today on God's Dollar Bill, how to learn to love. Hey y'all, welcome to this week's episode of God's Dollar Bill. I'm your host, Bless, of course, the fabulous. Yes, that's me. And this week we're going to talk about how to love yourself. With Valentine's Day being just a couple days away, I figured it would be a great time to let us single people have some fun as well, because I know a lot of people get depressed around Valentine's Day because they don't have a boyfriend, they don't have a girlfriend, they don't have a wife, they don't have a husband. You know how that goes. But just because you're single doesn't mean you can't participate in this most wonderful holiday, because God is love, so you should be taking part in it anyway, right? Yeah. Easier said than done for some of you, I know. So we're going to talk about how to love yourself. Hard thing for some people, not so hard for others. Like me, I love me. I'm so cute. But for real, just the other day, I was talking with a couple of my friends, and we were talking about being single and how that was affecting our lives. And from that conversation, I kind of posted something on my Facebook status, and everybody was just like, "Oh, girl, you are crazy. What you write that for?" I got all kinds of grief. And basically, what I wrote on my Facebook status was, "I'm happy being single, but that doesn't mean I have to like it." So, and that's the truth. I'm very happy in my season of singleness. And the reason why I'm happy is because I've learned how to love me. I've learned how to do things a little differently than in the past. Like, not that I don't need a man for anything. I'm not going to say that. What it is I've learned how to love myself. So in learning how to love myself, I can teach someone else how to love me and the right things to do, what I like, what I don't like. So, I'll give a brother a hand, help a brother out. But really, in saying that on my Facebook status, a lot of people agreed with me, some people didn't. But hey, that's what makes the world go around. We're not going to agree with everybody. But for me, being happy in my single season doesn't mean I have to like it. For me, that means I can be happy being single, but that doesn't mean it's my destination. I do want to do the work that I need to do to, be the kind of woman that God has for me to be for the man he has for me. And there isn't anything wrong with that. I'm not living my life saying, "Oh, I don't need a man, I don't need this, I don't need that." No. But I am happy being single. I just don't want to stay that way forever. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to discuss those things. We're going to talk about, and I'm going to share with you 7 different ways for you to learn how to love yourself. The first thing on the loving you list is my favorite, which is why it's tip number 1. And that's recognizing God in you and the wonderful work he has done. If you all recall, Psalms 139:14 talks about praising God because you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that his works are so wonderful. That's what's up. You can love yourself just knowing that God created you, and he created you to be marvelous and beautiful and magnificent. What else could we ask for? So tip number 1 is recognizing God in you and loving what he has done with you and making you. Loving you, tip number 2. This is actually a little harder than it needs to be for some people, but it's simply looking in the mirror and smiling at yourself. See that? Go ahead and try it. I'll wait. You back? Okay. Good. See how good that made you feel? Just smile at yourself. And when you smile at yourself, you unconsciously start smiling more and more and more. And you become more approachable. So that's a little date tip there. just being more approachable, but definitely smile at yourself. All right, y'all, we are at tip number 3. Tip number 3 is also one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. And tip number 3 is compliment yourself. If you're beautiful and you know it, go ahead and clap your hands. That's what I'm talking about, yeah. So just have fun complimenting yourself. Don't be shy. Nobody's going to tell anybody else. You're saying it to yourself after all. Give yourself as many compliments as you can. Okay, hope y'all been paying attention because we're at tip number 4 already. Can you believe that? Tip number 4 is do something nice for yourself. Now, do something nice for yourself. That's buying yourself a gift. That's taking extra rest. Walking around the park. Something that you like for you. Like me, I love to sing, so I sing to myself all the time. Make up songs, switch the words around in other songs. Yeah, I do that all the time. So definitely do something nice for yourself. You sure will appreciate it. All right, y'all, we are alive at number 5. Number 5 is pamper yourself at least once a month. Now, it's not the same thing as doing something nice for yourself, because when you're doing something nice for yourself, that's a whole nother thing. But pampering yourself is going to the hairdresser, going to the spa, getting a massage, whatever have you. Me, my once a month pampering is my fingernails. I'm a massage student, so people laugh at me because you see how short these things are? Yeah, very short. But I love getting my nails done. So even though they're nubbies, they still get done. So pamper yourself at least once a month. And that's tip number 5. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is also one that I like a lot. And you can probably tell there's a recurring theme here, doing something for yourself. Number 6 is reward yourself. So that's coming up with goals and, doing things. Like even if you do these 7 tips and start doing them and practicing them, reward yourself. Give yourself something nice. Me, I'm doing my We Fit and We Active. That's what I love, We Active. So I'm trying to, lose a little weight here and there. And I definitely reward myself. I may reward myself with ice cream that I have to work off again, but I will reward myself. So definitely reward yourself. It goes a long way into really loving. Number 7 is also one of my favorites. I actually think I like all 7 of these tips. So anyway, I told y'all I love me. Anyway, number 7 is envision your future. And that kind of ties into number 1, where we're talking about the wonderful work that God has made. In making that wonderful work, He's already mapped out what we're going to be. He's given us a hope. He's given us a future. So number 7 is envisioning that future. Knowing what you're going to be when you grow up, when you get grown, when you get on the path. It's going to be so awesome for you to see the accomplishments that you made. So that way, when you get in the future and envisioning your success and envisioning what you want to do with your life, you're already familiar with it because you've seen it. So number 7, and loving yourself, is envisioning. Okay, y'all, that is it for this week on God's Dollar Bill. Yay, we made it. I encourage you to take those 7 tips and start applying them to your life and just watch how you grow and blossom and learn to love yourself, right? Easy. And before we go, head on over to savedandsavingit.com and sign up for our newsletter. I have some things for you, especially a list of affirmations to kind of help you out with speaking encouragement to yourself and becoming your own exhorter. All right. Thank y'all for sticking with me, and I will see you next week. Be blessed.